Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to cook festive dessert, and this is it can be served as main dish but as well as appetizer. Okay, I'm going to cook sushi, egg sushi. So the ingredients is I got 4 eggs here, 4 eggs, and I have the sweet chopped exotic pepper. I got chopped green onions, I got shredded carrots, and I got smoked beef meat. And of course I got mirin, I got rice vinegar, I got black pepper, salt, sesame oil, olive oil, and of course I have sushi rice. So okay, first of all, I'm going to crack the eggs. This is very festive and very easy to prepare kind of dish. As I said, you can serve that as a meal. I apologize, my tongue is really hurting. It's part of my health issue. I have to use 2 hands to crack this. Okay, so I got 4 eggs. Alright. And with the ingredients, I'm going to put chopped exotic pepper, number 1. And I am going to add shredded carrots. And of course, like lots of green onions. Cut very finely. Alright. These are all very healthy. And I got smoked meat. So, alright. I got smoked meat. Alright. That's good enough. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to, okay, maybe here. I'm going to stir that. Stir. If you're an Asian, you have to know how to use chopstick. Right? Not only for Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, or Thailander, but also Filipinos, as I am. So give that a stir, and I have to put a bit of pepper. I have to put a bit of mirin. Oh, before I forget, a bit of salt, just a bit, because I have already a smoked beef meat. So I'm going to put mirin. Okay, just about a teaspoon. The reason for that is because I'm not using sugar. So to give a little sweetness to the mixture, I put mirin. It's okay too if you don't have no mirin, alright? Okay, give it a stir. Be sure that it's all properly or well mixed up, alright? So while I'm doing that, I'm going to, the stove is already warm. This is a very delicate, and I apologize, I don't have a proper pan for this. It's sort of like last minute thought of making this because it's the festive season. And you can also use this dish to serve during these holidays or any other event. So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to show you how. This is a little bit tricky, as I said, because the eggs is very delicate. Ingredients or stuff to make this kind of dish, because I have to roll this. At least I'm going to make, we'll see if the thing sizzle is ready. Yeah, I want to be sure it's a very good temperature, because otherwise the eggs are going to stick on the pan. Alright, so I'm going to put about, I just have to calculate, just like that for now. Alright, and we cannot really turn a really high heat because it will burn the eggs easy. So you can twirl it around like this. It seems like you're making an egg roll wrapper, just like that. So this is a little bit tricky. I'm going to increase the heat a bit. See, as I said. But anyhow, this is the way how you do it. You have to sort like scramble thing like this, but later on you have to flip it. But the reason for that is because it will protect how you call the mixture to get a hole inside when you roll it later. So that's the trick. So it's really okay. I'm going to put that. That's for later. Alright, I apologize for the noise. And this is tricky because I don't have it gets stick easy. I don't have no non-stick pan. Okay, just like that. And my hand is clean, so I'm going to help that. I cannot really use chopstick because at this moment the mixture is really really like sensitive right now. So I'm going to roll that until I finish the mixture. Okay, so it tends to get oily. We don't want a lot of oil, so what I'm gonna do, I have to do it like that a bit, and just like that. Okay, and I have to scrape that a bit. This is a little bit tricky, and I'm going to put a bit of oil there, not too much. This is very tricky because my pan is not perfect for this that's okay, kind of dish. That's all right. I'm going to add another mixture. There you go. And try to spread it around. And be sure when you're making that, it's all right, Ann. Be sure that when you're making a rolled eggs, be sure that you put some mixture at the end of the first roll. In that way, it won't leave the hole in between. Alright? So, I'm going to roll it, as you can see. Isn't it pretty? And there's some more to make it even. Just roll the egg mixture around. Like that. It's kind of very sensitive because of that type of pan I'm using right now. As you can see. Yeah. There you go. And you have to keep rolling. And it should be rounded, but guys, don't worry about it. Because I'm going to use my bamboo mat like this to fix the form. Okay, and I'm going to continue rolling it until I get, oops, see, look at that. That's why I said it's very sensitive. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to going to rub just a bit olive oil. Just go around it, so in that way it won't stick. Alright, and okay, look at this, guys. There you go. Just like that. It needs a bit of practice sometimes if you're new to this. But as we said, cooking is an art, and sometimes we have to sacrifice to eat delicious and festive food. Okay, and one more. I have one more to go, maybe one more. There you go. And you do like this. And that's ham. And by the way, guys, if you want spam or ham or chicken, something like, like in a container, just dice it finely, like I do. I don't like pork, so I'm using a smoked meat. Smoked meat is already cooked, so I know everybody knows that. It's already cooked, so see, look at this. We have to roll it like this. Keep going like this. Perfect. And have to put this inside. So you're gonna cook up there. I'm going to raise the heat a bit. Make it high. And roll it again. Okay. Don't worry about this. It happens. And as I said, we have a bamboo rolling mat to fix the shape. It happens. And I'm going to rub it again or with oil. If possible, if you have a non-stick pan, you don't need to put a lot of oil. So we don't like too oily food. So okay, I'm going to move this again at the back. It's the same routine, it's the same system. Okay, and I'm going to put again a bit of oil. So the only tricky thing is at the end, because the end part is sort of like the mixture is sort of like very thin. So alright, so this is the last one. As you can see, this is the last mixture. So I made about like, I think second, third. This is the third roll. So I'm going to put that there. And don't forget to tilt it or scatter the thing around. Oh, you have to put a bit of that too at the end, so we have some meat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move it with my spatula. It's really my thing here is really tricky. Wow, we cannot really rush cooking with this kind of dish because it's very sensitive. And originally when you make tamago or eggs, like a raw egg like this, tamago is Nipongo for egg. Normally they have really a small pan like this rectangle, and they cook this in a very, very slow process and a very low heat. Because as you can see, my eggs are turning like sort of like dark brown. It's supposed to be golden, but we cannot avoid that. Okay, there you go. That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my pan, and I let the rest of the cooking will cook here because the pan is still really, really hot right now, so it will cook the rest. Okay, so we're going to have a very festive egg or tamago sushi rice. This is very yummy. There you go. See, as you can see. All right, and that's done. So I'll turn off my stove, and I'm going to put that. All right. It's all right. I'm going to just put this that way. In that way, you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So I have this chopping board ready, and I'll put this away. We don't need this anymore. I'm going to put this. This is very clean. This is very clean, so maybe you're wondering. Okay, it's very tender, but that's okay. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna do, as I said, we have to improve the shape of rolled egg. It's hot, so that's why I'm doing this. All right. So while I'm waiting for this, okay, I'm going to show you the form. Look at this, guys. See, rounded. Okay. So I'm going to put that aside over there. So meanwhile, I'm going to put it back. It's good. Forward. I don't want to waste food. I'm going to show you. This is clean, this is clean. This is a cup of sushi rice. Oh, I don't have sushi rice here, so anyhow. I have my own dressing. So, I like rice vinegar to go with my dressing. Some other people, they use the sesame oil and salt and black pepper. But for me, I like... Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to get my... Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to use my favorite. This is hot. So you have to mix that into the rice. Be sure this will properly coated by... It's not like a dressing, like when you're making salad. Be sure that it's absorbed the rice. And if you don't have no colorless rice, you can also use sweet or glutinous rice. But since it's very sticky, you might want to put jasmine to eliminate the stickiness of the rice mixture. But if possible, try to use sushi rice. Or California rice rather also. You can do that too. Okay, that's done. So what I'm gonna do, I'll put that egg around. Oh, okay, I'm going to put that egg around. I'm going to put that here in the container. And as you can see, also, I'm using roasted nori. You can get all these ingredients, mirin or whatever, vinegar, whatever, at the Chinatown or any Oriental store. So you can see this is a shiny part, should go at the bottom, and the rough part will go on the top. So before I'll do that, I want to be sure there's a lot of oil here from tamago or eggs. Alright, it's clean, but sometimes if there's oil, the nori won't stick to the end of the other side of nori. So I'm going, this is the rough side. And also I got this cold water here. My hand is clean, it's all washed. Use cold water when you put the rice here, and that the reason for that is because the rice is sticky. So in order to prevent it getting sticky or stick in your hands, you have to use cold water. Okay, so this is about a cup of rice. So with the amount of rice you're putting your nori, it's up to you guys. If you want it a little bit thicker, you can put extra rice. But if you want to make it a little bit thinner, you put less. Like I put about like 2 ladle spoon of not calories, sushi rice. So I'm going to add a little bit more. So actually I did use like about 3/4 of a cup for this mixture. All right. So as you can see, the end of this leave about 3/4 of that. And the reason for that is because when you roll it, you want to be sure that the other end will stick up to the end, not overdo it. All right. And also here, on the end, be sure that you have a little bit room here, because when you roll it, the mixture tend to overflow or how you call it, spit out, or rather, yeah, I think you know what I mean. Okay, so now it's done. What I'm gonna do with the tamago or rolled egg, I'm going to put that in here, as you can see, there, and you have to roll it. See, you have to put your thumb at the bottom, and like this. Oh, this is really big. This is really big. I apologize. This is really big. Hopefully, the other end of seaweeds or nori will catch the other end, because this is really thick. It's not rice, it's thick, but the egg roll that I made is really thick, really fat. Okay, I'm going to see. See, as you can see, it's not bad. So I'm going to correct that I'm going to roll it over, and as you can see, there you go. Don't press too hard because we don't want a really like smushy, or we want the rice a little bit more like how you call it, as it is like this. I don't know how to explain that. It's not really compact. We don't want it really compact rice. So okay, see, look at this, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Perfect. Look at that. So okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm done with that, and I'm going to slice that. So you can see, I'm going to remove that. I'm going to slice it into pieces, and wash my hands again here because they're sticky. And I'm going to be sure that you have a very sharp knife when you're doing this process. All right, so we're going to cut our rolled eggs sushi. Okay, so the end is supposed, okay, it's always like that at the end. There you go. And some other people used to put, okay, so for you to see the other way, I'm going to put sesame oil here. Some other people, they prefer to put sesame oil like this and the surface of nori. In that way, it won't stick. It won't stick to the knife. Okay, I'm going to cut it not too thin. Okay. Oops. Perfect. As you can see, guys. Wow. I make it really big, but it's okay. It's not 100% perfect how the nori covered the other end, but I think, you know, it's not that bad. Alright, so I have that, and I made one earlier. I'm going to cut that also. It's the same one. It's for legs, and oops, I don't know, you can see that, maybe you cannot see, so for you to see, I have to move that over there. I apologize for that. Very inconsistent, but I cannot really cut it that way because I want you guys to see it. It's a little bit, oh, it's a little bit yeah, I make a really big roll. I'm going to do it like this so you'll see it better. There you go. And we'll do our plating. It's really fat, but that's okay. It's hard to cut because it's on my side, and I think they're good enough, and I'm going to do some plating. All right. Wow. I'm going to try this.